What's up, everybody? 48 team custom league. That's right. I finally made enough teams. They're all custom. All of their minus whoever would have been part of the AHL affiliates or the default SHL teams or a couple of Liga teams that are put into place to fill out the non-NHL teams, like the extra 16 that you can add. So yeah, we're going to see how this goes. This is also going to be a little bit of a throwback to when I was first doing any of these. It's also including owner mode. And the only reason for that is because I did a lot of randomization for like who teams were replacing and whatnot. So some teams are don't have like as much money going towards their coaching budget or their scouting budget, et cetera, et cetera. So in order to offset that, I want to have control over being able to put more money into dealing with if I need to get new coaching and stuff. And I'm probably going to need to get new coaching at some point because you could see my head coach, yeah, he's just a B, which is all well and good, except staff chemistry kind of sucks. And, yeah, I would like to get someone who's rated at an A, but unfortunately, they don't exist right now. Although, a B minus for a head coach, yeah. I'm looking for better. So, just so that as you can see, like my staffing salary, only $5 million, like that is not much. So I really need to have some control over being able. I also created a bunch of random creative players, and I assigned them to different teams. There's a couple that I made intentionally to like I made a player from China to play for Hong Kong because I have a Hong Kong team. I made a couple. There's two women that are out there that I added. I created a couple of players that can come up in the future drafts, stuff like that. And so what I ended up doing was there's also several that were just in the free agent list, so teams can take bids on them. I have placed a couple of bids on some players, and let me as you can see, 3 players here. So these two I created, Benoit and Ron Bjerg. As you can see, everybody wants this guy here. The tricky thing is, both of these players, you can only put a bid in on them for a entry level contract. So 4 teams are interested in them, including myself. 10 teams interesting in this one, including myself. It's going to be such a slim chance that I land either one of them. And then there's Victor Rask and Tyler Ennis, who are still on the free agency list. So I took a stab at them. Most of these players I can see getting gobbled up because the majority of the teams that are out there do not have particularly wonderful ratings. They're Brendan Goulet's out there, huh? Well, let's see what happens. I could make a play for him. 2.5. And the reason I did that was because usually when it's like the minimum is like $60-something million and you have a whole bunch of players that are making like, $750,000, or if you've imported them, they're not making even that much. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. contracts. So it's going to automatically like adjust whatever, you know, whatever money your players are making. So right now, as you can see, they're all making league minimum with a couple of exceptions. That being one, I have 2 created players. Doyle is one and Walsh is the other. So I've got 2 created players right now on this team. And what I ended up doing is I just randomized which team I was going to end up with. And I ended up with the Dublin Celts, which is cool because I'm of Irish descent, so awesome. But like I said, there's 4 contracts out there right now. But if you look, like, the majority of my team is not great, you know, like 60s and 50s and whatnot. And if we look at any other team, it's pretty much the same thing. Like, there's very few teams that are going to be really anything halfway decent. They're not going to have a lot of players. Wait, where's the guy that I... Is he not a Hong Kong player? Why is this guy in their system and not in their actual... Okay, so now that actually makes me wonder... Weird, but I'm sure he'll be brought up at some point. Just weird that it's... You got players not in the main system. But anyway, but you get the drift. These teams right now, they kind of suck. The contracts offered 4. I can barely read that green highlight. So we do have owner goals that we're going to try to meet. I'm not really going to be stressing on them too much. But what we're at right now, I have at least one more scout that I have a contract offer for, but I have a preseason game that's about to happen, and I don't want to skip that. I'm not going to watch it or anything like that, but I want that to be on the... I want it to be actually on the stream, just so we can see how we do. But after I get that, hopefully I get that scout, and then I'm going to try to fill out. I've got 3 more scouts I want to grab. But our scouting is not wonderful either. I think a B rating is the best that I've got. So we're probably going to be firing and hiring scouts as we go, and as soon as we have an opportunity for a really good a good coach, a head coach, we're going to go for that too, and we'll see how things go. But we're doing marketing, we're doing all that shit, but I'm going to try to do most of that not on the stream. One thing I wish that you could do, but you can't do it in this game. Let me show you my uniform. So there's our home jersey. Pretty sharp, right? Our away jersey is decent. But I like the home jersey. And then yeah, some of these uniforms, I'll admit, are pretty ugly. They're not great. Those 2 are cool, I think, but there's definitely a few that are like, whatever. But it's 48 teams I had to make from scratch, guys. So, the creativity level kind of dips off after a while. But again, it really doesn't matter because we're not going to be likely to watch any live games or anything like that unless we're in like the Stanley Cup Final Game 7 or something like that. We're just going to be simulating. So let's go through the preseason. But I got to do this day by day because I do have that All right, so I got that guy. Owner goals updated, which is funny because it literally was already given up owner goals, and now it's changed already. It's something else. I want us to make round one of the playoffs. Okay, well, we'll see. Our concessions need an upgrade. I already did that. I want us to average at least 85% concession fan happiness. We'll see. In order to do that, I am probably going to have to lower the prices. But I'm not going to sweat that out too terribly much. I already did that. Yeah, I did this already. Yeah, I don't need to save it. Let's just get out of there. All right. Hold on one second. This guy, I think, should be another Russian. What the hell else did I hire him for? Ozvenskan, maybe? It's an A+. Well, that's where I'm going to assign him. So let me write this down real quick, guys. As my phone blows up because I think some band is currently trying to send me a bunch of info. Let's see. It's got an A+ for this. All right. All right there, buddy. Oh, wrong one. No, that was the right one. All right. All right, I still have that. All right, so this guy here I'm waiting on. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford. I might only. All right, so I won't have anyone for the DEL or for ice. So not the end of the world, I guess, but if I can find somebody cheap, or I can just increase my scout salary, maybe I can get someone cheap enough. We'll see. All right, Toby Tuominen. Are you the Russian scout? Yes. Okay. Very good. So, Tuominen. All right, so now both of these guys, I need to give them their scouting assignments. Well, doesn't really have a whole lot to do here. Let me see something. What is your DEL is a B, so maybe I can send him there after he does some quick. We'll see. I have to look at my other Russian scout. I don't remember. Okay, so both Russians are going to have to. He's got to be in the DEL too. But there's not often very many. Let me just look at something. Let me see how many players are currently available to be scouted in the DEL. Not many, so really not a priority. So anybody that we end up with, that goes into the potential draft, they're basically just going to end up being From the DEL, I mean, they're going to be a crapshoot. So I'm probably not going to be focusing on them. All right. So scouting should be squared away at this point. And now we can just, whoopsie, we can go. Oh, also, if you notice this, we have wins, losses, and ties. So the way that I have this game structured, by the way, I've got two conferences. I've got the North American Conference, and I have the Eurasia Conference. So I've got teams from North America, and I've got teams from all over Europe and Asia. Each conference has 3 divisions. Each division has 8 teams. The scoring or the points get divvied out as such. You get 3 points for a regulation win. You get 2 points for an overtime win. You get 1 point for a tie. You get 0 points if you lose. So even if you make it to overtime, if you lose in overtime, you get no points. But your opponent only gets 2. So more emphasis on the importance of winning in regulation. And getting a tie doesn't really help you a whole hell of a lot. So, whereas back in the day, it used to be you'd get 2 points for a win, and if you tied, each team would get 1 point. Well, now it's you get. I think getting an extra point for a win makes it seem a lot more important than just that 2-1 differential that it used to be. But I like ties primarily over shootouts. I don't like games being determined by a skills competition. I think that sucks. I think you play the entire... I haven't been a fan of it. I'm still not a fan of it. Teams grind it out throughout an entire game and an extra 5 minutes. And if you can't win it in that extra 5 minutes, then neither team really deserves to win. Like I said, shootouts, I hate them being, but it's because we have to have a winner. We have to have a winner, and I don't like it. So in my league, no. All right, Tobias Winberg is fully healed. Yeah, I'm sure he's fine. And I'm completely unfamiliar with my players, so I don't know. Yeah, and as you can see, even though we got oh look, +2, blah blah blah, my top pairing guy, Winberg here, is a 56 overall. He's not good. So I got Victor Rask on my team. Okay. Am I going to get Tyler Ennis as well? You have not offered me the dollars I feel are deserved based on my skills. I couldn't offer more than $950,000. Klaus. You're literally going to another team that's going to pay you exactly what I offered you because I couldn't offer more. You weren't allowed. Same thing with you, Benoit. Damn it. I do have to go see where those players went, though. Oh, I also got Tyler Ennis. Okay, cool. All right, let me jump out of here real quick. That's not Martin Brodeur, by the way. I'm not giving up my picks because I'm not really getting anybody that's going to be... like I said, you're not getting anybody particularly good. Ah, shit. Hold on, guys. I got to deal with something. So I have a show coming up on Friday, and a band just had to drop out of the show, which sucks. One second, guys. Okay. Well, let's go right to edit lines. Of course, Victor Rask and Tyler Ennis would both be sent to the minors right away, which is silly. All right, let me mess around with the lines. All right, 1 second, guys. All right. All right, so two-way forward and a sniper. I mean, it's going to be hard not to put them on the top line. Except he fits perfectly up there, which is crazy. Let me, a So he doesn't really do a hell of a lot for that top line. I mean, it's going to stay the same as it already is. And Courtnall fits too well. I mean, right now, unfortunately, it looks like that's probably the best place for him. I'm just debating if I want to replace this guy with Victor Rask. I mean, well, apparently the answer is yes. Yes, I did. Now, can I throw him? No. So Victor Rask being on that line, that works. Having a grinder on that line is very strange. Sniper, two-way forward, two-way forward. Grinder, power forward, sniper. I don't have any playmakers. My defense is, I mean, just my overalls on my players back there are not good. So here's the thing. Oh, wait. I wanted to see where... I want to see where those guys ended up. Tyler Pitlick. All right, there's us signing Tyler Ennis. And us signing Victor Rask. London, who are probably our biggest rivalry, just picked up Klaus Ronberg. And Bratislava picked up Jean-Pierre Benoit. And I think they're also in the same division as us. In fact, I'm almost positive of it. No, they're not. Bratislava. Okay, they're in a different one. London, however, is in the same division, so that's actually kind of sketchy. All right, so who else is still available on free agents that we could potentially bring on board to make us a little bit better? I mean, we've got plenty of cap space. Forward line 1. But again, it's, do we want to load up, or are we going to try to build through the draft? Well, what we're definitely going to need is we're definitely going to need better defense. All right, supposedly he fits on all defensive pairings and all penalty killing lines. But they're only going to be around for a year. So honestly, you know what I think? I think I'm just going to go through this first year. Let's just see what happens. Let's live dangerously, guys. Let's just, because these other teams, like I said, they're not. We're not talking about a league full of awesome teams. All right, so you guys really want to send Brodeur to me, but I don't want him. Okay, Winberg. 4th and a 7th for a 3rd. Oh, that's for a 2024 3rd. I wonder if I can convince you to give up your 2023 3rd. Also, how good is this player? 76 overall, which is better than what most of my players are. Forward line 1. (2023) 3rd round pick. Oh shit. They went for it. All right, cool. All right then. Wait, I didn't realize I had... Wait a minute. I certainly didn't realize I had this many players that were better than what I've got. $78, $76, $74. Why would these players not automatically be placed? That's silly. I might have to do some line editing here. Yo, what's up, Albert? You got no notification? That's annoying. All right, so we can definitely swap him for Wagner. Let's actually look at defensemen. I can't believe this. We had Connor Carrick. Like, look at what we've got going on here. Oh, now Winberg is considered, or he already got moved down or something. What the hell's going on? This is in the system. I'm being told Winberg was hurt. I guess he was just, are the Lions just, is this all just goofy because it was preseason and they were putting players out there to play in the preseason? I don't understand what's happening. Hang on. Lines must be fixed. So these players are all scratched. So these three I can definitely, center, left wing, and right wing, I can definitely send down. Which I'm going to have to do just to be able to. I probably should have paid better attention as to who those players were. But I didn't, so whoops. All right, Gardner. I know he fit, but Platt I think was a scratch. All right, so and then I can bring up one more. So I can bring up three players, drop three players, but that'll fill out my defense. Sorry to be doing all of this right here and now. I know it's definitely aggravating to sit there and watch what's probably not very exciting for you guys. All right, so Connor Carrick. Wardley can get replaced. It definitely doesn't fit on that line. All right, I got 68. All right, so let's see. All right, hold on. How is that a -3? Oh, because he is not a defenseman. That would be why. Who did I grab by accident? And that's who I meant. Okay, that makes a hell of a lot more sense. But I don't want to throw Connor Carrick off of that top line because I really don't have much else going on. All right, so left wing. All right, so he's a right wing, but still. I can do some rearranging soon. Who else do I have that's... All right, so I don't have anybody else that's really significant just yet, but... And again, I'm sorry to make you guys suffer and have to sit through this here, but I have to figure this out. So I've got... Seekinen, Wardley, and Tevis. So that's a left wing. Right, left D. Left D. So I can send these guys down. I don't know if they're waiver eligible or not. I don't really think it matters. Okay, so right away, let me throw those players. Send them on their way down. He could get snagged, but all right, so hold on. Let's wait on him. Seekinen and Wardley cannot get picked up on waivers. All right. And the only reason I'm even remotely worried about that is only because I want to make sure that I can bring up other players. All right, so Lettieri and McLaughlin and Wagner. So all these guys are better than the players I've got in the system right now. That's super frustrating. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, I can't do that. Okay. Be over the allowable limit. All right. Well, let's wait on Wagner then. Okay. I have a center right wing and a center, both looking for places to slot in here. We'll wait on him. So right away, we can swap him. And Gardner also right away. We can swap him in there. Wilkins and Gardner. And they're both us down to because not really any true need to have them there. Sending them all down and bringing up him, Steen, Traumax. All right, so left wing, right wing, center. All right, so let's get the lowest rated guys. All right, he's a pure center, but I think I've got, yeah, I was going to say I got guys I can flip-flop here. All right, 70 is my lowest. I'll probably keep him up here. All right, let's do a little rearranging here. Oh, Holmstrom. Fancy you still being here. All right, Levo. Immediate improvement to that line. All right, sniper, grinder, sniper. All right. Oof, that really hurts. All right. So I guess my third line's going to be kind of crap. But they might gain some... somewhat of a... Get some chemistry going here. I could also knock Holmstrom down. See who I can also bring up to jump into the right wing spot. You guys having fun watching this? I know for a fact Albert is sitting there grinding his teeth, saying, please stop. Please not this game. All right, Koppinen. I mean, it's not going to hurt to bring him up. Was that who I said I was going to keep? I think it was. Yo, what's up, Greeno? All right, there's another center I can bring up, which will potentially help me. Left wing center, although I'd rather have an extra defenseman. Let me bring up that extra defense. All right, Koppinen. He's actually worse. But not if I swap. All right. Clearly not a lot I can do to remove that -1. Which is a bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. Holmstrom. Berglund, Christopher. All right, Christopher, I think I'm going to throw down into the minors. And this will be the last move I have to make. I promise. All right. So this is what our lines are going to look like now. So at least we've been able to get the players into the top lines that should be up there. I just hope that this third line here starts to click and can get rid of that -1 rating. But I guess we'll see what happens. So let's get the fuck out of here. Being salary cap compliant, not a problem. All right, waivers are not going to be an issue. All right, so we got through that, and we're about to start the regular season. So we're going to be told to sign our scouts. Yeah, I already did all of that. Players fully healed. Yeah, I know. The guy was fine. Nobody got injured. All right. Now, let me look at the owner goals one more time, and then we're going to start simming through the season here. This is all stuff that I wish I don't like to do on a live stream because I know it's boring as hell to sit there and watch. All right, so owner goals. We already completed one, which is great. Now he wants us to get to the Stanley Cup final. And average at least 85% concession fan happiness. That one's more likely. The Stanley Cup final? I don't know. Oh, that's what I was going to say earlier. I wish that with this custom league, I wish that you were also able to create a custom trophy, so it's not the Stanley Cup anymore. Because lots of players playing this game are they're doing what I'm doing. They're creating their entire leagues from scratch. So if you don't want to have NHL teams anymore, like you shouldn't have to. Or let's say you wanted to play like the women's hockey league, like that should be something as well. Like, you know, you're going into a draft and you can't even have women aren't going to be in the draft unless you create them and stuff them into the draft classes. But yeah, I wish you can name your own trophy, even if they had like 5 standard looking trophies to select from to be like, this is what your main trophy looks like. That would be fine. But just, add that little bit to it as well. So it doesn't have to be like, it's not the NHL anymore. All right. So I think we're good. I think we can move on. Start the regular season. First game is against Sydney. So let's see how we do in our first month as a real hockey team. Greeno says, that would be great to create the Andrew Cup or something. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Like my whole goal here is that this league it's international. So, you wouldn't be playing for the Stanley Cup anymore, and it's not the NHL anymore. So, give you the option to call it whatever you want. All right, well, our first game at home was a win, so that's good. And then we followed up with a tie and another win, and then a loss, and another win. The only thing is, like, if we go to the Stanley Cup final, that immediately means that our first round pick is not going to be awesome, unless I can make a trade. We're not getting Connor Bedard. Like, that's not going to happen as much as I wish it could happen. It's just not gonna. Monique Lachance, that's definitely a character I created because that's a woman. Being scouted. I don't have anybody for the ICE, so I don't have anyone that can scout that person. Dvorsky, Vorcevic, Hutchison. All right, what do we have for potential here? Do we know anything yet? Just elite mediums, or do we know anything about any gems yet? We just know that Thomas Uronen is a bust. And I think that happened in my other franchise mode too. I think that same player. All right. You want me to give up my round 2 for a 4th and a 6th and Jay Beagle? Nope. And kiss my entire ass for that deal. Give up a 5th for next year's 6th and then take on a whole bunch of players that I don't need. Nope. A 5th and a 6th for next year's 3rd. That's right, the entire ass, not just part of it. And why is... Oh, I forgot to put live chat on there so I can actually see everything that's being written. So, no, I'm not going for that. I definitely don't want to give up picks. All right, so you want me to just give you my goaltender, my backup goaltender, just so that I can get an extra 4th round pick this year? No, it's not worth it. Ukraine is placing Derek Jocelyn on waivers. Would you like to claim him? Probably not, but no. No, he can go on waivers. Not interested. Nope, that's ridiculous. All right, so 7-4-1 for our record so far. So that's not bad. We are currently second in our division. And the London Monarchs are in sixth. So even though they got that player, that hot shot that I was hoping to get, they're not really kicking ass. So that's good. All right, so let's get through the next month, and then we'll see how we're doing on our facilities, because sometimes you got to do some repairs. Your bathrooms might be getting nasty, or your parking lot might be starting to fall apart. So I might have to throw some money in there. Oh, Sydney whooped up on us. It's 2 losses in a row. Our losses are starting to catch up to us. Let's knock that shit off. Yeah, I know it's going to be a good year. All right. I'm not going for that because I don't need those players. But let me see, what's my trade block looking like. Get him off of there. Get. Voyeur, I don't care. Although I know I'm still going to get people asking for Kaisers. I'm going to be like, oh, no, please have, Grano says, I love the maintenance of facilities is included in this game. Makes a realistic GM experience. I mean, that's been in this series for a very long time. But I don't usually play with that mode on when I'm doing a live stream series, just because there's so much nitty gritty involved in that it does get boring if you're just watching. It's not boring for me, as a person playing it, but I know people don't want to watch me, pick through all of that kind of nonsense. All right, hold on. I'm trying to look at something. Right wings, left wings. All right, I think I'm good. Nobody's going to offer me anything for a first round pick. Uh-oh. We've got an injury, folks. All right, so Koppinen is hurt. But that is why I leave a couple guys scratched so that they can jump in when necessary. It's just going to be a matter of getting used to who the players are and remembering who's who on the lines. I just got to remember the Holmstrom is one sitting in his place. Multiple players in Dublin now eligible to be dressed. That doesn't necessarily mean that dude is fully healed. See, he's not. He's not fully healed, which means I really don't want him playing if he's not completely healthy. Let me see something. How many games has he played? 19. He's played 4. Okay. For a second there, I thought that it wasn't rotating our goaltending properly because we do have an awesome goaltender, and that would have screwed us over. All right, so now we put him back in. Just because you're available to play does not mean you should. Because if you put a player in that's still, a little bit banged up, then they risk getting hurt very, very badly. Providence player Curtis Hall has been injured. I will let them deal with that. Round 3, flip-flop 4s for next year, but you want now. Nope. No. Sorry, Madrid. Not interested. All right, so I got 2 things to deal with for maintaining our facilities. The team store and the parking lot are looking a little ugly here. All right, everything else is all right, but we got to I like how it's repair the team store. It's like the team store broke. And the parking lot. It should, instead of repair, it should say maintain. All right, so, because we want to keep people happy. Now I'm supposed to get 85% happiness with our concessions, I think it said. Right now, everybody seems pretty happy with the prices for the game tickets. Price of chicken strips, healthy bear. These are always people bitching and moaning. Everything costs too much. Wah. All right, but if it's on an overall trend going down, then I want to lower the prices a little bit. Because, like, if somebody's complaining about the chicken strips, but overall trend is good. So I don't need to mess with that. But if I'm not selling as many smoothies... So we'll just knock that down a little bit. Large popcorn. Put it down to $6. $4.75 for a hot dog. You know what? We're going crazy. We're going a quarter underneath the recommended. So we're probably going to start selling a whole bunch of hot dogs because $4 for a hot dog is what a bargain. And mixed nuts for only $4. Woo! The sick thing is this is not inaccurate for how much stuff actually costs when you go out to a game. All right, let's knock this down to an even $6. Knock this down to $5. Parking, you guys complaining about parking? No, you're good with the parking. Look at that though, $19 to park. That is a freaking deal. Because it's like 20 or 25 almost all the time now. Unless you go to like the that's like cheap. All right, merch. Overall trend, you're kind of like whatever on this. Well, we haven't sold any. We haven't sold any jerseys. That's not good. Come on, man. Look, a Walsh jersey is selling. That's great, but you can't get a Doyle one out. He's our top guy. Come on, that's crazy talk. We sold none of them in the last game. I mean, it's early in the season, but we should still be selling these. All right, we're going to come back to that. Away jersey for kids. All right, I'll make it a little bit cheaper here. Let's make it $75 for an away jersey. Because they're not as colorful. An away jersey is mostly white. A blank away jersey. All right, let's lower this a little bit to make it $195. How about that? Whoops. That's right, $7 cheaper than the home jersey. Sometimes that matters, sometimes it doesn't. Let's sell this for the minimum. Doyle shirts are selling. The T-shirts are selling fine, but the... you know what? Let's just... All of our T-shirts go down in price. They're all going to sell then. But the adult shirts are selling. But not the team T-shirts for kids. All right, we're going to knock that down to 32 as well. All right, so back to these jerseys. Why are they not selling? So the Walsh jersey going for $352. We're going to have to drop that along with these to make people interested in buying them. So let's make these $345 a piece. It's not like it's a big change, but listen, if you enter the code Go Celts, you save yourself $5. Okay, that's the deal that we have here. Or $7. Maybe it was $7 that I knocked it down. All right, so let's get out of there. So prices should be good. I mean, we've made over $2 million in concessions, so that ain't bad. All right. Back to what really matters, and that's actual games. Let's get through the next month. I asked for first and second round picks, people. What are you doing with these? I'm not giving up. See, here's the thing. I can't really give up much of this year's picks because this is where I really need to start establishing my team, like my team's current and future lineups. Because a lot of these players I have right now suck. So I'm going to want to get rid of them. Plus, there's a lot of guys that are in their mid to late 30s that are probably going to retire after this season. So they won't be on my team anyhow. So we need to start replacing that with youth. Central Scouting. All right, let's see. Do we have Connor Bedard, potential unknown? He's a franchise player. Unfortunately, there's no way we can get him unless I somehow okay, so here's a problem, guys. For some reason, Brendan Walsh duplicated. And I think a couple players may have duplicated. Because that's actually my goaltender. So there's going to be 2 Brendan Walshes out there. Because he's going to get snagged. Shit. I was trying to avoid that. Well, let's keep an eye on that guy. Let's also keep an eye on you. Scout you again. Oh, that is super annoying. We have 1 gem, that being Vic Hutchison. Yeah, it's not going to hurt to scout you again. Oh, that pisses me off. I thought that I had him removed from... eligibility for draft, but clearly not. Yep, see? Same damn guy. So player is duplicated. Crap! And I can't do anything about it now. Like this other guy, I can't do anything about it. So there's going to be 2 Brendan Walshes playing at the same time. Shit. And the only thing I can do is to start this whole franchise over again. I try to correct that. But I'm not going to do that. We're just going to have to deal with it. It's annoying. It's annoying, but it is what it is. Hopefully a North American team picks him up, and then I don't have to deal with it a whole lot in the same conference. All right, that's a Providence player. We don't worry about Providence players. All right, now that guy's perfectly fine, and he was hurt for a day. All right, second and fourth for third and fourth. You're crazy. Where you're not going to get that deal. Okay, Levo's hurt. That sucks. What is going on with the display here? I was surprised wow, Holmstrom actually fits perfectly on that line. Huh. All right, well, whatever. We'll keep him there. He's just not quite as good of a player. Fifth and sixth for a third next year. But I'll be giving up my sixth for this year. Not that a sixth is a big deal, but a third for next. This is a maybe. You know? I think I'm actually going to go for this. Because I can now have Altonen sitting there. I can actually use him as an extra if need be. Round two for a round two. A round two for a round seven. Get out of here. Providence players. We're not worrying about Providence players. Nah, you guys are crazy with these trades. It's so rare that something's offered that it's like, oh, okay, I can do that. Like 9 times out of 10, whatever gets offered is just madness. All right, so we can take Holmstrom out of here, put Tyler Ennis. No, not Tyler Ennis. Levo. And now, since we have he's a center. He's a center. He's a much better center. All right, so a 75 center. Where can I actually slot you in? Would you be better? Aha! Look at that. All right, so Oscar Steen, 74 overall. Why did it look like it was worse than that? But he's a sniper. Sniper. He doesn't really look like he fits. Let me try something. It goes right back to that -1. So Steen, it just seems like he doesn't really fit. Like he can fit on that line, on the second line, but not really. All right, so let me try something. I might be able to trade Steen away. Let's get through the month. All right. So we are currently first in our division, which is excellent. But let's get a look at what teams are kind of sucking at the moment. And maybe the Halifax Horror. I knew they were going to be on the top. Wow. We're leading our division. We're not even... Wow, we're not even in the top 10. Wow. So our division sucks, in other words. This division's not good. At least not in comparison to some of these others. But I guess some of the other teams must be god-awful. Oof. Zurich with only 26 points. Yeah, they're bad. All right, so let me jot down these teams because they might be willing to give me a halfway decent return. And I'm just going to throw an offer. I'm just going to put it up there. I'm going to put Oscar out there to see if teams want him, and then I'll look at what the offers are that come in and see if any of these teams at the bottom of the list here end up on the request list. So let's see. So we go to find trade. I'll go down to Oscar Steen. He's got some trade value. We don't really have much. Not many of our players are gonna have any trade value, although he is young. No trades found. Well, that sucks. All right, well. What really blows about that is that means that I'm not going to really get a great pick for him. All right. I mean, he's a 74 overall though, so he's got to be worth something. You would think. All right. So first, let's look at Zurich. Not interested in him. Curious, what is your second round pick look like it's worth? Way more than him. All right, so it's not looking very likely that I'm going to be able to pull anything off. All right, let me see. Is there any teams that... No interest there. All right, let's see. El Paso. They're actually interested in him. So he has a little more trade value. Can I get a third? No. And I would also have to take a player off their hands. All right, well, El Paso, Helsinki. Also, too many players. Crap. Maybe I just sit with Steen in the... have him in the wings and bring him in whenever necessary. I'm just not really going to get anything for him. That's a bummer. So who do I have scratched right now? I mean, Holmstrom fits on that top line. Steen might be all right on that top line. All right, well, let's just leave We'll leave him there, I guess. I just don't like having a player who's better than other players that are currently in the lineup. Oh well. Oh well. Guess we'll see what happens. Let's get through January. Not worried about him. That was a good first week. Whole bunch of wins. Well, 5 wins to start off the month. That ain't bad. Look at the draft class again. Oh, what a shock. Connor Bedard is a franchise player. Yeah, I would have never guessed that. And Monique LeChance, I know, is at least an elite medium. Oh, this makes me so mad. It's gonna irk me every single time. Uh-oh, it's a bunk. It's an Oliver bunk. All right, let's give him another scout. Check him out. Top 6D low. So he might just end up being a top 6 defenseman. And likely to go either late in the first round or early in the second round. So he might be available to me. I might have to do some wheeling and dealing. We'll see. But if it's a gem, if a player is marked as a gem, they're worth making a move for. Connor Carrick wants his brother there, but this is not going to happen. Asking for entirely too much. El Paso fired their coach. Mario Bordello. Mario Bordello. Just curious. Ooh, an A minus, huh? And he's expensive. Once again, my staffing salary is terrible. $5.15 million for staffing. And I don't believe I can really raise that much because I don't think I got the budget, coaching budget. Yeah, I've got it maxed out. The most I can spend on coaching is 5.15. That sucks. Scout salaries, don't need to worry about that. Arena operations. I mean, I don't really have a whole lot of money to play with. I definitely don't need to worry about player salaries. That's not an issue. All right, let's get through the month, which was literally one game. I could have just waited till that one game I couldn't wait through that one loss. All right, so right now, first in our division, United dropped down to 6th. The Monarchs have come up. All right. All right, there's the trade deadline. Let's get down to the day before the trade deadline. Connor Carrick's hurt. Well, that sucks. Get in there, Berglund. That's what we have you for. No. That's a big fat no. The other thing that's tough is this first year, I don't even know if I can make any really significant trades because most of the players that I have are all going to be on 1-year terms. Like they've got like 1 year left in their contract, so it's like I've got no value to most of these guys. Like even if a player or if a team is like, oh yeah, we want that guy, like they're not going to give me much for him. Wait, you guys got to swap. Why are you? Wagner's hurt. Okay there, Oscar. You're back in. And you fit real well here. You would fit onto that line, though not as well as Levo fits, so kind of... Yeah. So that's the thing. Oscar Steen fits in here. Doesn't fit in any other line. Oh, I wasn't even informed of another injury. What did that just say? A second and a fourth. You guys are crazy. Providence players doesn't really do anything for me. Uh-oh. Now Berglund's hurt. Uh-oh. That's trouble. That's trouble, my friends. All right, I need to bring up somebody. I'll bring up Winberg. I'll throw him into this spot. Man, that is weird. The game automatically fills this for you. Fourth and seventh for a third. I really don't need the seventh rounder, so let's look at Abt. Yeah, whatever. You can. Although he's a better defenseman than the goon that I just put into that spot right now. Big defensive defenseman. You know what? We're going to go for this. All right, let me look at... Okay, Winberg could definitely get replaced by him. Winberg we can send back down. Oh, he's waiver eligible. Who's going to pick up a guy with a 57 overall? If he gets picked up, I'm not going to be upset. Like, at all. I am not going to care. All right, now. First, we got to look at what needs to be maintained here. Oh, our concession stand is getting ugly. Club seating, lower bowl, everything's falling apart. And I don't have a lot of money to fix it with. Right, bathrooms I know are... That's a must. Executive suites, lower bowl. That's a must. Club seats. Concessions. I gotta keep concessions happy. Club seats or executive seats? I can only fix the club seats. Alright. So executive seats are going to cost $352. Or I'll throw all of my extra money will go into arena operations. Because this all goes into the overall happiness of the people that are coming to the games. Let's see if our prices have made people happy here. They're still all good with the ticket prices. It's good to see. What about concessions? What was the one I fixed? The smoothies? Oh, look at that. Look at all the smoothies that people are buying. Almost 2,000 smoothies just in the last game. Look at all the hot dogs we're selling. Look at that $4 hot dog. That cheap, inexpensive $4 hot dog. Yeah, baby. Over 4,000 hot dogs. And not so many people drinking coffee. I don't really know who's all hyped to drink coffee at a hockey game anyway. At least not like an evening game. Mixed nuts. Yeah, people are buying them. They're buying them. All right. Well, all right. Good. Everybody's happy with that. Parking. No one's bitching about the parking right now. We're still happy with the parking on our merch. All right. The Brendan Walsh jersey is not selling. Not selling. So maybe we drop the price down, especially since there's going to be a second Brendan Walsh in the freaking league. Because I'm a dum-dum. All I had to do was not make him 18 years old. If I had made him like 20 years old, it wouldn't have been a problem. All right, let's drop this price down a little bit. Hey, kids. Enter the code Walsh Twins and knock $7 off the price of your jersey. See, I want the overall trend. I want it to be a, green. I want people to be happy with it. Because if they're happy, they're buying more. Especially when they're saying amazing. They all think it's amazing. How do those jerseys sell, by the way? All right, look at that. See, now we're selling them. Now we're moving jerseys. Now we're moving stuff. Doyle's jersey, we sold none before. And just in the last week, we've sold 435. Nobody cares about Victor Rask. 41 people have cared in the last week about Victor Rask. But Doyle has been the seller. So him and Walsh. The one Walsh. All right, so we're good. We're good on all of our merch and concessions and all that stuff. Grino says, yeah, I like coffee, but not at a night game. Yeah, ugh. No, thank you. No owner goals have changed, right? Get to the Stanley Cup final. I don't see that happening. I can see the concession fan happiness being attainable, but... All right. I really don't have a lot that I can offer and get much for. Again, I could try to... You know what? Let's see if I can get anything for Oscar Steen now. Okay. A 7th round pick. Are you kidding me? That's all you're willing to offer up as a 7th round pick. And a 7th round pick for next year. Get the hell out of here. And there's no way I can look at this guy's name and not think it says Ashcan. All right. Let me look at contracts. Do I have any guys who are kind of being bitchy and don't want to sign an extension or anything like that? I sure do. Tyler Ennis doesn't want to sign an extension. Neither does Victor Rask. Already, I've got 2 guys who are kind of being, I don't want to be here. A 33-year-old and a 30-year-old, each of them making $5 million. But we're doing all right. But see, most of the time in real life, if a player wasn't wanting to sign an extension, it usually means that they might want to see what they can get offered on the free market. That doesn't necessarily mean they won't re-sign to you. But in this game, not wanting to sign an extension translates as they don't want to be on your team anymore. All right, Niku doesn't want to be here. And he's an RFA. You don't want to be here anymore. You're an unrestricted free agent who really cares. Abt, who I literally just signed, doesn't want to be here. All right, I have to write these names down because what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if we can get anything for any of these guys, which is not really likely. I wish I had a thing that said does not want an extension. All right. So I don't think I can try to trade away Tyler Ennis. Because if we're going to try to do anything in the playoffs, I need him. But when it comes to the draft, since I would still own his rights, I could trade his rights away to another team who could sign him to an extension. So he would still be valuable that way, although I'm not going to get much for him. But these players, a lot of these players are a whole lot of who cares. All right, Abd. I don't really know how to pronounce that name. Red Cop. Holmstrom doesn't want to resign because he's getting old and he didn't get to play. All right, but everybody else is good. And the system, everybody who's still in the system wants to return. That's a good sign. Except for this guy. All right, well, hold on. Let me, Kaiser doesn't want to return, and this is someone who teams have been asking for, so maybe I can get something for him? I can always get another backup goaltender. Like dropping him is not going to hurt me. And honestly, if I can trade him now, I can bring up Keith Kincaid. All right, so I got a bunch of players I could potentially move, but I got players who I don't necessarily want to move. So I think what I'm going to do is let's see. Wait, what did that say there? All right, I thought that said contracts offered, and I thought there was an actual number there. I was like, what the hell? All right, so let me see. If I do throw Kaiser up here, who bites? 7 teams or 7 offers are out there. This is a no. That's a no. That's a no. Ugh. I'm not getting anything for him. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, 30-year-old AHL starter. I'm not getting anything other than maybe a 7th round pick for that dude. Although that said, I might go for that. All right, Kaiser only being a whiny backup right now. Someone's got to go for that guy. All right. So curious. What could I get? A 2nd round pick. And Kelman, a center. From Hong Kong. Problem is, I don't know how good Hong Kong is. Actually, I got to back out of here real quick. Let's take another look at who's at the bottom. Who are the cellar dwellers here? Hey, at least we're in the top 10 this time. All right, so Helsinki is now at the bottom. I'm going to write this down. So right now, Cleveland hasn't moved. Zurich has gone up. It's very, very, very rare, though, that when it comes down to the draft lottery, that in this game, it's almost always a guarantee that if you were supposed to have the first overall pick, you lose in the draft lottery. Like that happens almost every single time. Kansas City, Warsaw. Oh, El Paso. I forgot to write that one down. Milwaukee and Budapest. So Budapest was making an offer. They would have the 11th overall selection right now. So their second round pick would be the 11th pick in that round. And the reason that matters is because when we look at in the second round, that would be the 59th selection would be where their second round pick is sitting right now. So So if we were going to make that, if we were going to go for that trade, this usually just means defensive defenseman. That's a player we're avoiding. The thing is, it's very unlikely that these players that are actual real life people, they usually don't end up being an elite anything. So these guys are probably not going to be. But they might be okay. Let me scout both of them. Lacks size, must bulk up. Yeah, he's tiny. But who knows? Maybe he ends up being something. So that might make that trade worth taking a shot at. Tommaso DeLuca. Again, the sucky thing is I don't know anything about that guy. So, I'm thinking I might go for that. I might make that move. What can I get for Connor Carrick, who also does not want to... Nothing. I can't get anything for him. Okay. Oh, wait, no, Connor Carrick did not want to leave. I'm glad I didn't even really pursue that much more. Let's see. All right, so we had Niku, Abt, and Red Top. Red Cop. Probably nothing. Oh, wow, I can actually get something for him? Just other players, so nothing. All right, now Tyler Ennis. What kind of a return? Nothing. So he's not really. He's not really all that sought after here. Again, just players. All right. Wow, I'm surprised that nothing's even coming up for them as a potential for a rental. I mean, I know Holmstrom's not going to get any interest. Oh, I was wrong. It's the same two guys. All right, get him out of there. And Kaiser, once again, like really nobody, just players. Yeah. All right. Whoops. I forget what Kelman was. 74 overall. Who I also might be able to just turn around and flip him. But that second round pick could be... That could be worth snagging. So we're going to go for this. Okay, and now that I just picked up Kelman, can I turn around and move him? Probably not. No, I didn't think so. But 74 overall. He's not bad. I might be able to move him this way, however. So let's see. All right, let me look at these bottom dwellers here. Helsinki. Are they interested in him? They are. What can I get for him? Can I get a third? No, because they'd have too many players. Well, I was having this issue before, wasn't I? I would have to take a player off their hands. Let me see. It's not what I meant to do. All right, who do you have? Do you have any defensemen that that guy's kind of garbage? Trying to see if they had like an expensive. Oh, here you go. I can take this guy off your hands. You won't go for the third rounder though. Can I get you interested in giving up your fourth? Eh. Hold on. Let's throw the third back on there. Well, I don't have any deep. No. That's not going to work out. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot I picked up. I picked up Kelman. Although it's 70. He's a playmaker. And I don't think I have any playmaking forwards. Maybe I don't trade him away. You guys having fun watching me do this? I know the answer is hell no. All right, who? Berglund got hurt. I traded away my other guy that was injured. I got Wagner almost ready to return. I have a playmaking center with a 74 overall. And Kelman doesn't fit here either. All right, well, Holmstrom I don't need to keep up top here. Granted, says I actually do find the food and merch pricing part interesting. I mean, it's cool. I just know, like, if you're not the one actually playing it, it's, like, tedious. All right, Holmstrom I think I'm just going to send down. No one's going to pick him up. So at least, all right. At least I made a couple of moves so I can have something decent for trade, and I can skip the trade deadline because I'm not going to be able to get anything. And now, yeah, there's nobody looking around. There's not much scouting going on. At this point, I don't really need them to do much. All right, let's get through the rest of this month. I don't know what my trade block is, but we're just going to skip on past that. Oh, good. I wish Oscar Steen would fit into one of these bottom six lines. It's really aggravating that he doesn't. He might with another coach, but unfortunately, I can't afford a better coach. Super, super annoying. All right. All right. See, we take all of our advertising down when it comes time for the season ticket push. This is a trick. You bring your general advertising and your game ticket advertising down to 15, and you pump your season ticket all the way up to 70. That way, you're going on a real big push to get those season tickets sold, and then you can flip flop it back when you get past the season ticket sales. All right, Berglund is fully healed, although I don't know if we need him in the lineup. Is a 70 overall. No, we don't. Berglund is an extra. Unfortunately, I see that upgrade and maintain alert going off, but I know I can't do anything about it, so that sucks. Okay, no more real surprises here. Anybody else pop up as a gem? I don't think so. All right, still need to know more about this guy. Let's scout him again. I'm just going to keep scouting these guys because see, these are the ones that you want to try to find like a diamond in the rough. Like you want to find that potential steal. Unfortunately, I don't have great scouts yet, so that doesn't help matters either. An elite high. He's probably going to end up being like a top 9 or something. It's probably going to be garbage. Maximus Petrovicki. Jerry Donovan. Again, another player worth looking into. Especially at 137 on the Central Scouting rankings. He's potential to be in our site. Like, we might be able to get him. This is where it gets really tough because, like, again, with like the first year, this scouting class or this draft class tends to be kind of meh, and it's also not really worth it for me to look at players that are, you know, going to go early in the first round because I'm not going to get them. I'm not going to get players that are going to be any lower than like 20th. Uh-oh! That's my kid. Uh-oh. I forgot he was even in there because I initially was making him for a Creative Pro, and then I forgot I kept him in here. So, welp. A 20-year-old available for the draft. That's kind of ridiculous. And I'm probably not going to be able to get him because I'm not going to have that low of a... I'm not going to have that low of a pick. All right, well... At this point, we're really going to be looking at rolling the dice on a lot of these. Again, every time it says enforcer, it ends up being just a defensive defenseman. Yeah, I can't get him. Trying to remember who else I threw on there for scouting so I can... I'm not going to get him. All right. Let's get out of here. Apt is injured. Well, fortunately, that's what Berglund is here for. Ah, God, this is so annoying. Go ahead, automatically fix yourself. Ba-boom. Right, Providence player, don't need to do anything with that. All right, we get him back. Good for that guy. Oh, Tyler Ennis is hurt with a concussion right as we're getting towards the end of the season. Great timing, Tyler. Oh, and someone else got hurt. Oh, great timing, other guy. Oh, awesome. feel like I just inhaled a hair. All right, well, this is not good. Well, Kelman and Steen, you guys are going to have to come to the rescue here. See, Kelman, you got traded to our team, and here you are getting to play on the second line. Oh, no, I'm sorry, on the first line. You know, get excited. Oh, wow. Wow, that line chemistry is garbage, but I'm not going to worry about it. Ugh. Am I even going to have Tyler Ennis back in time for the playoffs? All right, we're still in first place in our division. We have 140 points. I mean, granted, every win, again, every victory is 3 points, so you get a lot more than you normally would have, but where are we? So I think we're like 5th overall now in the standings. So that's pretty crazy. All right, Tyler Ennis is back. That's a good sign. I'm not worried about that guy. All right, actually, since when Tyler Ennis got hurt, the other guy was hurt and didn't get announced as being injured. Is he actually healthy? No, he's still out. All right. So now we are going into the playoffs momentarily. All right. And we still don't have that player back. I stand corrected. We now have that player back. All right. Well, if ever there was perfect timing for a player to return, it's right now, literally going into the first round of the playoffs, to at least get that two line effectiveness running here. What's going to be crazy is after this first season, how bad this team is going to end up being, because I'm going to have to get rid of a couple of guys who don't want to return, that being Ennis and Rask, unless I can convince them to stay. But right now it's kind of like, where does Doyle fit better? He doesn't fit anywhere better. This is where he should be. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Here into the playoffs. Wow, this stream has been going on for over 2 hours. I did not realize that. And I haven't eaten or taken my medicine. So give me 1 second so I can take all my pills. My old man pills here. All right. Well, let's see what happens. My owner goals are to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals. Unless that's changed. No, it's the same. So they want us to get to the Stanley Cup Finals. If we can do that, we'll get a really big bonus. If we don't do that, we don't get nothing. All right, so game 1 at home against Ukraine, who right now definitely have the sympathy vote, and it starts off with a loss. Not too good. Game 2 has a player getting hurt. God damn it. All right. Get in there, Berglund. Game 2 was a win. 5-1 victory. Very good. Game 3 in Ukraine. What happens here? It's a win. Game 4. Another win. We are now standing at 3-1. We get Red Cup back. Another guy who doesn't want to return. Although sometimes that mentality changes. Oh, Jordan Subban's not feeling too great. But this is the playoffs, dude. You gotta suck it up, my friend. You gotta suck it up. All right. Game 5. Oh, Jordan Subban's fine. Okay. And it's a victory. So we lost the first game, but then we swept the final 4. And we will be moving on to the second round. Our AHL team, however, got eliminated. So, oh well. All right, so let's move on to the next round, see who we're going to play. I already see that the Sydney Dingoes have moved on. And, of course, that's who we're going to play. The old Sydney Dingoes, who we started our season against, had our first promotion night, which was a bobblehead giveaway. All right. In Sydney, in the land down under, how are the Celts going to do? Let's see. Game 1 is a victory, 3-1. Going into Game 2 is an overtime loss, 4-3. So the series is tied up at 1. Coming home, we're going to have to put Jordan Subban on the bench because he's injured. Oh, Subs. Oh, baby Subinator. Why wouldn't Victor Rask and Tyler Ennis... I mean, it doesn't matter. It's a shootout. It's a playoffs. I don't have to adjust any of that. Game 3 was also a loss. We're now down 1-2. Can we tie it up? Can we get the series even? We do with a 1-0 victory. All right, going into Game 5, series tied, 2 games apiece. In Sydney, it's a loss. We get beat up 4-0. Can we keep the series alive? Can we? We do. Game 7. Draft class. This guy, we're never going to get. All right, let me take a quick peek here. We're going to scout him again. I'm just going to keep scouting these guys. Hutchison, we're not getting him. He's going third overall. There's no way. Toby, I hope somehow slips a lot, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think he's going to be in my wheelhouse to pick up unless I make some crazy trade and can get him. And I would actually like to have him. He's a power forward. Oliver Bonk. Unfortunately, these people getting... There's scouting assignments in here. I'm not really getting a lot out of it. All right, I don't need to scout him anymore. I do need to scout him. Jerry Donovan. I don't really think I need to scout this guy, but just on the off chance that I'm actually able to make a smart trade at some point. Caden Price, I don't have a whole lot of hope for you, dude. Because you're a real player and you never ever turn out to actually be... I take him off. I'm not gonna... I'm still so sour. All right. So we didn't reveal any more gems or anything. Okay. Let's get out of here. So, game 7. For all the marbles. We win! A game 7 victory? Holy crap. Holy crap. Making it into the semifinals, and we are taking on Prague. All right. Game 1 in Prague is a win. Oh my God, an 8-4 victory. We beat the brakes off of them. Jordan Subban is ready to come back. That's good news. All right, game 2. Can we have more of the same? Nope, it's a 2-0 loss. We are tied at 1. Coming home, back to Dublin, and we win 5-2. Let's go, boys. Let's get this. Let's get another win. Let's get in the driver's seat here. It's an overtime win. We are up 3-1. We need one more win to secure a victory here. And we have an injury. So before we get to find out what happened. All right. Steen? Go ahead. Get in there. Unfilled out, for God's sake. Why is it now all of a sudden it's making me go in there and fix all these when before it wasn't making me do that? Good job. I expect goals to be accomplished when I set them. Keep doing this and you'll be a shoo-in for an extension when the time comes. Pass. I want us to advance to the Stanley Cup Final. 100 grand goes into my pocket. Although it's not really for me. It's for the team. Boom. We are headed to the Stanley Cup Final. We are going to take on the Red Deer Bucks. All right. I can't believe we actually made it to the finals. I was convinced that this was going to fall apart because that's usually what this game does to me. It usually does one of two things. It either gets me right up there and I blow it in the finals, which is probably what's about to happen, or I'll have an amazing team that should just wipe everyone out and I either don't make the playoffs or I get booted in the first round. All right, but here we go. Starting game number 1 in Red Deer in Canada. What happens? It's a win. 3-2 victory to start it off in their barn. Game number 2. Can we repeat that, please? Yes, 6-2 victory. Crushing them. Coming home to Dublin. Can we keep this ball rolling? No. 2-1 overtime loss at home. Let's get another win here, guys. All right, 3-0. All right, let's go. Players managed, ready to be dressed. All right. Once again, are they actually ready to come back? Okay, McLaughlin is healthy. Because as I said before, a lot of times it says that they're eligible to come back. That doesn't mean that they're actually able to come back. All right. So we're on the verge here. One more win and we're the Stanley Cup champions. Now, I would like to just simulate and then play the third period so we can just watch and see the celebration. But unfortunately, the last time I tried doing that, my game crashed. So I don't really want to risk that happening. But it would be cool if we actually get to see it. So, right now I'm saying it. We're going to go in. We're going to sim this game. But be prepared. If all of a sudden I go offline, it's because the game just decided to die. And actually, hold on. Let me, yeah, let's save this first. All right, so just in case the game crashes. So I'm going to simulate the first 2 periods, and then depending on what the score is in the third, if we're getting destroyed and it looks like we're going to lose, I'll just simulate it. But if it looks like we're going to win, I'm going to try to play. But again, it might just die. So I'll say right now, thank you guys for watching. You know, subscribe, notification button, YouTube stuff, do all that. Let's see how this goes. Can the game keep its shit together? So, first period. We're winning 2-0. Second period. We are winning 3-1. Okay. All right. We're gonna try this. Let's see if we can watch the game. What sucks is it's going to be an away game. Look at the size difference between these two guys. Doyle's a big boy compared to whoever that is. All right. All right. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Come on, game. Come on, game. Keep it together. Keep it together. Don't die on me. Don't die on me. Let's get into this. Let's actually watch the third period. Come on. All right. Let's watch, guys. Let's enjoy this.
Well, the moment of truth for both teams. got such a meager total of shots on goal. Predictably, they haven't scored. They've got to get more pucks to the net. James Cebulski, Ray Ferraro with you here in the...
Oh, Linus Ullmark is playing for Red Deer.
Pretty good offensive display, at least for one side. 3-1 is where we sit. Renouf's got the puck in his own zone. Levo's across the line now and on the attack in the offensive end. And that carries
Oh.
from the open ice, they gain the line. Fires it on net.
Oh, no. Oh, it's not Linus Ullmark. It's Linus Ullmark.
Third period deficit suddenly doesn't seem so insurmountable now. You can almost see the difference in the bench and the body language.
All right, come on, guys. Let's not blow this.
Boyles gained possession inside the neutral zone. Moved up ahead here in the neutral zone. And there's the save.
Oh, my Lord.
Carrots lugging
Come on, guys. Come on.
ahead of steam now.
Let's lace one in, Doyle.
Red Deer's got a hold of it along
We want to see victory here. We didn't tune in to see you guys blow it.
Dublin's got
I don't want to...
possession at center.
Not trying to broadcast a choke.
Red Deer's got the puck along the boards. And now he moves it to Sahorna.
Crush him. There you go. That didn't really crush him.
Dublin's got the puck in their own end. They try to maintain possession inside the defensive zone. Moves inside.
Oh, my God. Yeah, these teams, these players are not good.
Position to make this stop.
I mean, they're all on a pretty even playing field, but, I mean, they just let Levo just dance in there and do whatever he wants. Oh, come on.
Traffic is set up well. I mean, it's difficult for the goalie to find the puck, but he battles through, finds it, and then is able to make a good save. Dublin's got a great luxury here. This second line is really...
Come on, lace it in.
So they can
Ah.
game to game, and whoever's the hottest line, they can really rock. And they'll be forced to regroup as the puck escapes the offensive end.
Yeah, Abs got murdered there.
The attack along the boards. Here he is in front.
Oh, Victor Rask, you had your moment.
Moves it quickly over to Sahorna. Nice zone entry on the left side. Dublin's got control of it now from their own end. Nice
It's old Ashcan, which is not really his name, but that's all I see.
takes a shot.
Oh, nobody there for the rebound. Big, wide open, juicy rebound. Nobody could jump on it.
Quick feed to Sahorna.
Feel like I'm watching a Devils game. Come on, come on.
Turns it away. Walsh
3.5 minutes left. Can we hold on?
There's not much time left here as you get into the final 20 minutes. The game's close. A mistake now would be critical.
Oh my God, they've got Brian Boyle on the team.
Dublin's hanging on to this.
Yeah, there he is.
The frozen biscuits dropped and we are back underway here.
Really, Brian Boyle wasn't able to keep his number 11?
Ennis grabbed along the boards by Aft. Through the neutral
Come
zone
on,
and
Doyle.
to the offensive end.
What the hell was that?
Slides the puck ahead to Boyle. Through center along the wing.
Come on, they're going to yank their goaltender any moment now.
Against the wall. Under a minute to go here in regulation time. Levo's got the puck along the wing.
They're not yanking the goaltender?
Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Makes the glove stop. Keeps it alive. Enters the offensive zone.
Now they're pulling the goaltender.
Peltier's going to play it against the half wall. Goaltender has made his way to the bench. The extra attackers.
Pin him, come on. Come on, shut him down.
Oh, they couldn't connect on the play. Red Deer's working the puck near the point.
Come on. Oh, this is nerve-wracking.
And he'll likely feel that one in the morning.
All right, Doyle, close it out.
The gaping net.
He missed. Oh, my God.
Red Deer's got a hold of
Doyle.
it. Sends the pass over.
I was going to say Doyle rules, but... Oh, my God. Oh, no! 2 seconds left. No! No! Oh, my God. No, there were 2 seconds away.
60 minutes, Celts, absolutely.
And now anything can happen.
Period where heroes are made. Overtime looms here on EA Sports.
Oh my God. No. Son of a. All right. All right, come on. Has to be overtime. Got to make it exciting.
Overtime.
Let's win it, though. Yeah, Greeno. If I had hair to pull out, I'd be pulling it out.
All the adventure, all the action. It's over.
Now it really feels like I'm watching a Devils game.
And there's a power play opportunity coming up here.
Oh, really? A power play in overtime?
He's going to draw a penalty.
Another?
With the puck. Great stop by Celts.
Is that 2 penalties?
Past the sentence here. This whole bench is hoping the penalty killer's
Brian
gonna
Boyle.
come with a great effort.
All right, so just the 1 penalty. I thought they were making it sound like there was a second one. That doesn't look like Brian Boyle.
And with that call, it's a 5-on-3 power play set to go.
Oh, shit, it is 2 penalties.
Another gift-wrapped opportunity. A second
Boyle got called for 2 penalties.
taken by
All right, guys, it's 5-on-3. It's 5-on-3.
taken along the wall by Nicholas Vicious. And that goes off. The glove play continues here. They are really pouring.
It's 5-on-3. What are you doing?
And the puck clears the zone. Dublin's got the puck inside the defensive zone.
But once again, they're not good players. There's like 1, 2 good players on each team.
Just wide of the net. He didn't have much room. He's making the attempt for a perfect.
Like, we have Doyle. Everybody else is like, eh.
The zone.
Even Ennis and Rask aren't amazing. Like,
Subban's got control of it now behind the cage. Long pass into the neutral zone. Here's a shot.
you guys aren't even trying to set up a one-timer.
Trying to clear. Big defensive play on that clear. That puck's got to get out, especially late. He does a nice job here. Up
Pass
the
it.
wing. Nice dish from the left wing. Quick shot. Tremendous stuff by Dance. Goes right to the crease.
Oh, come on.
Takes on top of the puck, and that'll stop the play. Pretty conservative play here, James, as he covers it up to kill the play. Philpool is ready for the draws. They will continue to try to kill off this penalty.
Here's the change, he says. All right. Come on, gun it in.
And that's deflected off someone in front.
Tyler Ennis,
Looking to break out.
you know,
Here from the defensive end.
plays like that aren't exactly going to make me too anxious to try to re-sign you anyway.
Slides the puck across to Lettieri.
Come on, who's going to be the hero here?
Here's a short pass to Rask. A chance to win it. Oh,
Well, not that.
still tied. What a stop.
It's not a difficult stop. Hey! Tyler Ennis!
He wins it in overtime to win. Ray has won the Stanley Cup.
Hey! Our first season.
Great with somebody. Congratulations. You have just won the Stanley Cup. Ray, these are the moments that are generally immortalized in hockey history. Some of the most iconic pictures are usually involved with that championship right there, Lord Stanley. Well, I guess there's one way to look at this, James.
I haven't watched this live yet.
There's one winner, everyone else is a loser. Doesn't matter if you got here or not.
Conn Smythe goes to Brendan Walsh.
The hardest trophy to win in sports has arrived. Now the Stanley Cup is here. Now we'll see who gets to hoist it over their head first.
You like that, Garino? I had to insult Tyler Ennis, and then he goes and scores the game winner.
The greatest stories ever.
The series clinching goal.
Captain getting the cup. I don't even remember this ever happening before. To be a leader in your first year is just remarkable. You've got to be good, you have to have maturity, and you've got to deliver. He's done it all this year.
Well, it also helps when you're the best player on your team. Oh, yeah, that's right. This happens next. Well, next up should be Tyler Ennis. I didn't even get to make that choice. Never mind.
No, there's the old expression, it takes a village, and in this case, to win a Stanley Cup...
Why wouldn't it go to Tyler Ennis? He scored the game winner.
Well, what do you do for an encore? You're a rookie, you have a good season, you win a Stanley Cup. What's next? What a summer he's going to have.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not making these selections. It's the game trying to figure out who do I give it to next. But if you actually win it, if you actually play, you get to make that selection, which I think is pretty awesome.
For the last 2 months, Ray. Well, you can't win without goaltending. I mean, think of the last team that won with shaky goaltending. He's always the most important player on the team. He gets the Conn Smythe, and now he gets to roll with the Stanley Cup.
Red Cop, really? Not Victor Rask or Tyler Ennis, like the big stars of the team.
To now hoisting the Stanley Cup. Remarkable. Unbelievable first season. There was times he looked like a rookie early in the year, and then as it rolled along, just got better and better, and then became a regular. And now a Stanley Cup.
I also like the fact that the jerseys have the Stanley Cup patch on their shoulders.
The ceremonial team picture, I still think of Brian Trottier.
Or not on their shoulders, but the upper right of their chest.
Yeah, he was so pumped even though he'd won 4 other ones with the Islanders.
Like, that's a really cool touch that they added there. All right. Stanley Cup champions, baby. Look at that. The Celts. Oh, this is awesome. I have not seen any of this. Finally, EA actually put in a cool presentation for winning it. Look at that. There's all our names are on the cup. That is crazy. That is wild. Very cool. Connor Carrick got the second star with a goal and an assist and 1 hit. The first star was Lettieri with a goal and an assist. Not the game-winning goal, so it's not first star for some reason? Okay. All right. Yes. Look at that. The game kept itself together, and we got to watch the Stanley Cup get won by our Dublin Celts. That was awesome. That was worth it. See, that was worth the near 3-hour stream, which I will not be doing on a regular basis. All right, let's advance a day or two. Let's see what we have in terms of awards. Well, nothing yet because this has not updated, so advance until it tells me that we won the cup. Updated season ticket drive. All right, they're doing fine. Are you not going to tell me that we've officially won the cup? There it is. Now we can go and look at the awards. Grano says, it was a great third period at overtime. It was. It had me on the edge of my seat, I'll tell you that. Stanley Cup. The Prague Calvary. President's Trophy winners. That's as far as it went. Oh, well. How come those are the only... Oh, because we don't have an official trophy for an Eastern Conference or Western Conference because ours are called different things. Interesting. All right, well. Jan Palmberg got the Art Ross trophy. That was a created player, I know that, who randomly ended up on that team, and he also wins the Hart. All right, James Norris goes to York. Palmberg also gets a Lady Bing and the Calder. Conn Smythe goes to Walsh, as we already saw. Grosnick gets the Vesna and the Jennings. Gernat gets the Masterson. I don't know who that is. The Rome Centurions coach gets the Jack Adams. Look, the Selkie goes to Jean-Pierre Benoit, who didn't want to come to the Celts. Didn't want to sign with us because we weren't offering enough money, even though we weren't able to offer more money. But look who did not win the Stanley Cup. Jean-Pierre Benoit did not win the Stanley Cup. And to be fair, neither did Palmberg, but he was already on another team. And he also got the Maurice Richard. Curious what the points look like. Yeah, excuse me. Well, a 91-point season for Finn Doyle. 37 goals, 54 assists. That's pretty impressive. But the question is, what about the entire league? Palmberg with 57 goals. Hideki Matsumoto. James Neal's up there. Finn Doyle is fourth in scoring. Igor Sokolov. Willis Jackson. All right. Points overall, Palmberg just destroyed everybody. But I came in second in overall points, so that's not bad. Look at Matsumoto with 10 game-winning goals. Anybody do better than that? No. Just Adam Brooks tied. Who was out there beating the crap out of the most people? Was it Wagner? No. Holy crap, not even close. Anton Blyde, 268 hits. Jesus Christ. All right. Who had the most fights? Mickelrath with 37 fights. Kyle Clifford with 34 fights. There's Ronberg, dude that I created, who also did not win a Stanley Cup because he did not want to sign with us. Getting into 25 fights. Oh, well. Lugash Kravchuk. 6'9", 248 pounds, only gets into 18 fights. That's surprising. I think that he'd have more than that because he's an enforcer. And I know this because I created that guy too. All right. So the last thing to do on this stream is going to be to get up to the retirement stage, see if we lose anybody to retirement. We'll also see the order of who wins the lottery. But we're not even, I mean, we have the 48th overall pick, so we're not even close to being eligible for that. All right. Salary cap went up to 88 million. Still the bottom is 10, so that's good. It keeps everything even now. Helsinki stays. They actually get to keep it. But Kazakhstan, on the other hand, went from 7th to 2nd. So yeah, good for them. Wow. So is this like you're eligible even if you're 32nd team? That's crazy. So everybody not in the playoffs is in the lottery. Wow. All right. That's cool. All right. We didn't get 85% of the concession fan happiness? Well, that sucks. That's 40 grand I don't get. I don't like that. All right. Advanced day. One more look at the draft class. I might as well take Hutchison off of here because I'm not, there's no way I'm getting him. Vitaly Jaskin is a 7th D, so he's nowhere near as exciting as he was being portrayed to be, but does he actually have an X factor? He does. He's a bouncer. We'll keep him up there. Who knows? We might be able to pick him up. This dude's actually looking to be a medium elite. Bonk is definitely going to be a top 4 defenseman. We might be able to get him. This dude's still a question mark. Petrovicki is a question mark. Newcomb, still don't know if he's going to be an elite. Sherry Donovan. Buse, I don't think he's going to be something I can get. Darcy Downing, maybe. Price, not an elite, but he's a top 6 defenseman, so. But probably not someone I'm going to be going after. All right, let's get out of here. Pardon me. Didn't say anything about retirements yet. Yes, let's review retired players. It's going to be a lot. No, not going to be a lot. It's literally only going to be 3 people. Really? Really? That's surprising. All right. Now here's a problem. Gavin Tubert retired, so I have 1 coach gone. And Maximilian Retzer, who's one of my AHL coaches, also gone. I don't know what those coaches are, though. I don't know if that's a head coach, assistant coach, associate coach, or goalie coach. I'm going to have to find that out. All right, we're not going to go into the draft interviews. That stuff I'll do on my own. Coaching staff. Who did I lose? I lost 2 goalie coaches. All right, so that's a big who cares. I can replace them easily. But Burgundy now with an A- overall. So he got better. And really, I can't complain about my coaching staff because we just won the Stanley Cup. So I can't really have a problem with that. And I can't hire scouts yet, so don't know what's available out there. I don't even know if I can afford anybody. All right, but the next step for me on my own time is going to be interviewing some potential draftees and then try to figure out what I'm going to do in this draft. Am I going to be able to make a trade and move up in the draft to pick up my own flesh and blood, Toby Wolf Cadmus? Can I pick him up? Or is somebody else going to get my kid and put them to work on the ice? We'll see. I would love to get that power forward, but I don't know. We'll have to find out. But anyway, that's it for now. All that stuff, all the draft, all that I'm going to do in my own time because it's very time consuming and boring. So the next episode of this, we will see what acquisitions I've made, what players I have drafted, who did I trade away, who did I keep, because there's a lot of players whose contracts just ended. So I don't know how many I'm actually going to hold on to, but we'll find out. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Greeno, good to see you popping in, dude. I hope all is going well. And yeah, that's it. So I hope everybody out there is staying safe and healthy and that you're all remaining smart instead of scared of these crazy times that we're living in. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe, hit the notification button, do all that YouTube stuff. And until the next time, which I have no idea when that'll be, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. And thank you for the congratulations, Matt. But anyway, until next time, as always, peace.